time. We definitely gonna try to take each other's heads off, and the closer the fight goes, we both gonna be eager to, show who's the more dominant fighter.
At the seams, you gotta pick a side. I'm going with Crawford. I'm here to support Crawford.
But boxing IQ is off the charts. You know what I'm saying? Next to Canelo, not taking nothing away from him.
Terence Crawford shocked both Piers Morgan and the live television audience with a chilling, 5-word declaration: "We're going to take each other's heads off." It wasn't shouted. It didn't need to be. The intensity behind those words was enough to electrify the room. But Crawford wasn't done. He followed it up with another bold statement: "A win against Canelo Alvarez would put me on Mount Rushmore." This wasn't just pre-fight bravado, it was a calculated mission statement, delivered with a surgeon's precision. In one interview, Crawford made it clear, this isn't about hype. It's about legacy. And he's ready to fight for a place among the sport's immortals.
Deteriorate, in camp. But, a win against Canelo Alvarez, what it would do to my career would put me, on Mount Rushmore.
Yes.
I think I would be one of the greatest fighters.
At a recent press conference, Terence Crawford didn't just show confidence, he radiated it. Taking the microphone with ease, Crawford mocked Canelo Alvarez's physical stature and threw verbal jabs with surgical precision. But this wasn't just about trash talk. Every sentence carried weight. Crawford's words revealed a fighter who isn't just physically prepared, but mentally locked in like a sniper before the shot. His swagger wasn't performative, it was the natural expression of a man on a mission. With every barb and warning, Crawford made one thing clear: he's not entering the ring to win on points, he's coming to leave a mark that boxing won't forget.
Yeah. The only running that I'm gonna be doing is running upside his head, and I can assure you that. Facts. And he got a big head too.
Promoter Eddie Hearn recently opened up about his private conversations with Terence Crawford, and what struck him most wasn't the bravado, it was the unwavering belief. According to Hearn, Crawford didn't speak with hope, he spoke with certainty. There was no hesitation, no second guessing. Just an elite athlete who knows exactly what he's capable of. Hearn noted that this kind of conviction is rare. It only appears in those who are completely in tune with their craft. Despite the danger Canelo presents, Crawford walks forward with the type of internal confidence that can't be taught. It's built through discipline, pain, and absolute clarity of purpose.
I go back and forwards, to be honest with you. Like, when I talk to Bud, he convinces me that he's going to win the fight because he's such a believer in his own ability, and he's very convincing. And then you see the presser yesterday, and I thought Canelo looked really well. Do you know what I mean? Obviously he's a big lump, so I was always Canelo, then I sort of leant towards Bud, but now I'm back with Canelo. So.
Veteran trainer Bill Haney has officially thrown his support behind Terence Crawford, joining a growing list of insiders backing the Nebraska native. But Haney didn't just make a prediction, he aligned with Crawford's mindset, strategy, and hunger. As someone deeply entrenched in the boxing world, Haney's endorsement speaks volumes. He's seen champions rise and fall, and when he says Crawford has the look, it's not casual flattery, it's informed conviction. When a seasoned mind like Haney puts his trust in a fighter, the entire boxing community pays attention.
Well, for everybody that was straddling the fence, straddling got your pants split. At the seams, you gotta pick a side. I'm going with Crawford. I'm here to support Crawford. He just signed up to do what everybody thought that he wasn't trying to be, a generational talent. Another fighter on the Mount Rushmore of boxing. Yeah, so don't split your pants, pick one.
Trainer Derek James didn't mince words when he addressed Canelo's team. He issued a stern warning: Terence Crawford is a completely different beast. According to James, Canelo's past opponents struggled because they lacked in-ring adaptability. But Crawford? He thrives on chaos. He adjusts, evolves, and responds in real time. James highlighted Crawford's uncanny ability to blend speed, timing, and unpredictability, 3 traits that make him a nightmare to prepare for. The message was loud and clear: if Canelo's camp is relying on traditional training and old strategies, they're walking into dangerous territory.
Crawford he believes he's on it, like he believes he's the one. So that's the difference between him and any other fighter that Canelo fight. Because Canelo, people fight the idea of Canelo Alvarez as opposed to fighting the individual. The thought of him is what puts fear in their heart. But he doesn't care about that because he's Terence Crawford, so it's a totally different thing. So if he can implement his strategy and ride it out to the end of the fight, he's going to be successful. But if Canelo can do what he needs to do, and his timing has to be on point. He's not that fast as Crawford is. It's all about timing.
Brian Bomac McIntyre, the mastermind behind Crawford's camp, pulled back the curtain on what's been happening behind the scenes, and it's nothing short of clinical excellence. According to Bomac, Crawford's training has been flawless. Cardio, strength, sparring, film breakdown, every element of preparation has been executed at a championship level. But more importantly, Crawford's mental game is sharper than ever. He's not just physically ready, he's mentally primed to dissect and dismantle. Bomac believes that Crawford's superior ring IQ, honed over years of disciplined study and execution, will be the decisive factor when the gloves come on.
Styles makes fights. Bud got the better skills, and he got the better mind too.
Do you think with the styles in mind, but also the weight in mind, he can get that job done based on he's just so much more excelling in the skill?
You know what? He gonna get the job done. I promise you. He'll get the job done. You know, because you know, Bud IQ, boxing IQ is off the charts. You know what I'm saying? Next to Canelo, not taking nothing away from you, but Bud just a little bit better.
Bomac also tackled a common criticism that's followed Crawford for years, the notion that he hasn't faced elite-level opponents. His rebuttal was swift and brutal: Crawford is so dominant that even top-tier fighters look average against him. It's not a flaw in his resume, it's a testament to his brilliance. According to Bomac, the reason Crawford doesn't get credit is because he neutralizes threats so efficiently that the fights appear one-sided. In his eyes, that's not a knock, it's the ultimate compliment. Making elite fighters look ordinary is something only the truly great can do.
About the pound for pound #1 in the world, Terence Crawford, always making headlines these days. He's cemented his legacy. I think certified Hall of Famer whenever he wraps it up. Stepped up in weight, won another world title last time out. Now they're talking about this fight with Canelo Alvarez. It was interesting to see the comments from Canelo on how he sort of assessed Bud Crawford's career. I almost feel after the Spence fight that was like an exclamation point on everything he's done, maybe from the critics who never gave him credit. But it almost seems like Canelo was downplaying his achievements. What do you make of that? Is that to build the fight? Because it sells itself.
Well, I can tell you like this. I think Crawford rebuttal was everybody always say he hasn't fought nobody, or everybody that he fought was a no-name. But I'm gonna tell you like this: what Crawford said, there was something until Crawford fought him. So obviously he's doing a great job because he's making everybody look normal.
Not everyone might want to go against Canelo. You know, I don't think there's anyone else in boxing who you would ask and say this is a possible task for Crawford. And apparently no rehydration clause. Am I hearing that right? He wants full smoke at that weight.
Let's go, man. That's what Crawford wants. He wants to show the world that he's the best. So why put stipulations in there when you know that you can be the best? So let's go test ourselves.
The promotional buildup for this fight has been nothing short of electric. Each press conference, face-off, and social media exchange has added another layer of intensity. The tension isn't fabricated, it's real. Every stare-down feels like a silent war. Every shove, every quote, every stare-down is gasoline on a fire that's already burning out of control. This bout isn't just about titles or rankings anymore, it's become personal. It's about identity, pride, and proving once and for all who deserves to be called the best in the world.
Canelo pushes Crawford. This might be the biggest fight the past 50 years. This is gonna be crazy, guys. Look at this. Look. Dana White in the middle, UFC involved, WWE involved. Y'all think this was real? It looked real to me. I don't know. Crawford was staring them down too.
There's a growing belief among fans and analysts that Canelo Alvarez may be underestimating the threat Terence Crawford poses. While Canelo has faced power punchers before, Crawford's danger lies in his unpredictability. He doesn't telegraph punches, he sets traps. His power isn't just in his fists, it's in his mind. Every strike is timed with surgical precision, and it's this subtle, devastating accuracy that could turn the fight on its head. Some believe Canelo may walk into a shot he never sees coming, and if that happens, it could be the first time the Mexican icon hits the canvas for real.
Yo, Canelo is about to get knocked out for the first time in his career. Y'all really playing with Crawford, bro. Y'all don't realize how much power Crawford actually has. I don't care what weight class he's coming up from. Canelo has never fought anybody like Crawford. I'm just kidding, bro. Obviously, I'm just kidding, bro. You guys, like, you really thought I was with the bullshit? Like, come on, we know. Yo, Canelo different, bro. He's looking like a lion right now, like the king of the jungle type shit with the stare down, bro. Like this man, if y'all really think this man is gonna get knocked down, this guy has, look, you could say they both the same size, you know what I'm saying? He got a longer reach, whatever. But this dude has fought bigger and better opponents than Crawford, and he has never gotten dropped a single time in his career. You think this little guy is gonna do something to Canelo? I'm gonna keep it a buck. If he manages to knock down Canelo, I'm gonna give Crawford all the props in the world, because that would be crazy. But he's not doing that.
Despite the constant narrative about weight class disadvantages, Crawford remains unfazed. He doesn't view this as a risk, he sees it as an opportunity. Throughout his career, he's faced doubters, critics, and so-called bigger men. And time after time, he's dismantled them. For Crawford, this fight isn't about size, it's about skill. It's about heart, will, and the ability to rise above expectations. He's not walking into this fight to prove people wrong. He's walking in to prove himself right, and that kind of belief is more dangerous than any uppercut.
The excuse is why he don't want to take a fight with me. If it's all about business, then you doing good business. If I'm easy work, I heard him say I'm easy work. If I was easy work, well, you know, you would take all that money that he's offering you. But yet and still, he want $200 million for Benavidez, and he want $150 million to fight me. So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to him, I'm a threat to his legacy, because it would be crazy for a guy that started at 135 to come all the way up to 168, your weight, no catch weight, no none of that, and dethrone you. So, you know, he got that in the back of his head. You know, this guy, for one, he's tough. For two, he's a boxer, he moves, he can punch, he can do it all.
Amid the trash talk and competitive tension, both fighters have managed to show moments of unexpected mutual respect. In fact, a clip of them sharing a meal together went viral, a stark contrast to their war-ready personas. It's a rare display of sportsmanship in a sport built on conflict. That brief moment reminded fans that while they may be enemies in the ring, they are still professionals at heart. The dichotomy between public aggression and private respect makes this rivalry even more fascinating. It's not just a brawl, it's a chess match with deep emotional layers.
I don't like this right here. I don't like this at all. Now, I know y'all love Turkey. I like him too. He puts on good fights. And I get that he's trying to show that, hey, through the sport, it's love and unison. No matter who's the biggest, the baddest, whatever, they still support each other. And I'm cool with that. But before the fight, I need that feel of, oh man, yeah, these two going at it. These two want to beat each other's ass. They want to knock each other out. That's how a fight build-up should be. I shouldn't be seeing these two sitting across from each other eating. Now, I'm not even talking about promotion. The fight doesn't need to be promoted. Two of the biggest fighters of our era, bang. But I need the promotion of oh yeah, I want to get violent with this person. I want to knock this person's head off. I'm not saying they're not going to put on a good fight. I'm just saying I want the build-up. That's what makes the fight even better. It's the build-up. Think of all the past fights that happened. Even recently, Ryan Garcia and Tank. Shit, Ryan Garcia and freaking Haney. You know, fights like that. The build-up was so because even in the pre-fight, it was hatred or hey, I wanna beat you up type stuff. Now it's oh, I'm sitting across from you eating dinner, laughing. Nah, man, we can do this after the fight. That's fine. Before that fight, I'm locked in. I want to see that. Oh, I'm locked in. I'm ready to knock him out. I don't know. That's just my opinion. You know, I know a lot of y'all have your opinions, but comment what y'all think about this and follow your book.
Analysts like those at the Showbiz The Adult have dissected this matchup down to the milliseconds, and they've zeroed in on Crawford's timing. It's not just about how hard he hits. It's about when, where, and why. Canelo has one of the most respected chins in the sport, but no chin is invincible when you walk into a punch you didn't expect. Crawford's unique ability to find microscopic openings could turn this fight on its head in a split second. Some believe it's not a matter of if he finds that moment, it's when.
Question I have, which I didn't ask before, because Canelo's chin is one of the greatest chins in history. But looking at the size of Crawford, if he can keep his speed, he's definitely going to keep his timing. He's definitely going to keep his accuracy. Crawford is a knockout artist. The reason why Crawford is a knockout artist is because of his hand-eye coordination, accuracy, and timing. He hits you with shit that you're not expecting. That shit that he hit Errol Spence with, he didn't expect it. That's why he dropped. Same thing with Kell Brook. He's going to hit Canelo with something weird. Canelo ain't going to be able to roll out of it because Crawford's timing is different. Canelo's going to get hit with flush. But the thing is, Berlanga hit Canelo flush after the bell. So that lets you know what kind of chin he has. I'm just saying, can he stymie, can he bell ring Canelo a little bit? Can he sting him a bit to make Canelo not tank for 12 rounds?
Veteran boxing journalist Dan Rafael offered a deeper perspective on why Crawford took this fight, and it's not about the money. It's about legacy. For Crawford, greatness isn't defined by how many belts you hold or how many pay-per-view buys you draw. It's about stepping up to the most dangerous challenges, no matter the odds. Fighting Canelo is risky, but it's the kind of risk that separates champions from legends. And Crawford is betting on himself not just to win, but to be remembered forever.
I think Terence Crawford is a marvelous boxer, arguably the best in the world, pound for pound. But can you hurt Canelo? If you can't hurt him, I have no doubt he can outbox him. My issue is, if you can't hurt him, what kind of a challenge could you truly pose? What do you say to that?
No, that's a great point. I mean, here's the thing. Canelo Alvarez has a historically great chin. Now, I go way back when he first came to the United States and started boxing, and he found himself on an HBO pay-per-view undercard years and years ago, fighting against the older brother of the great Miguel Cotto. His name was Jose Miguel Cotto, and he had gotten a ton of hype. He had signed with Golden Boy Promotions, and a lot of those of us in the media. And I had seen him a couple of times before that. This is my first time seeing him in person, really paying close attention. And he almost got knocked out in the first round. And I remember Stephen A., all of us looking around at Media Row going, what the heck is this all hyped about? This man can't take a shot. He's going to get drilled. He was lucky that the fight was over, that the round was over in round one, or there might have been some much more trouble. Stephen A., that was like, 16, 17 years ago. I've never seen him wobbled, rocked, physically, visibly hurt since then. He has an all-time great chin going in the ring with tremendous punchers. Terence Crawford coming up 2 weight classes, do any damage. Yeah, he's a slick boxer, and he's also a good puncher in the welterweight division, in the junior welterweight division, in the lightweight division. But even at junior middleweight, which is where Terence Crawford had his most recent fight back in August, when he moved up and he won a world title, he didn't blow the doors off. He fought a very tough, solid opponent named Israel Madrimov. He gave him a good fight. It was very close. Madrimov's people seem to think he might have even been able to edge it out. But if you can't hurt an Israel Madrimov at 154, what the heck are you going to do with Canelo Alvarez, the sturdiest guy in the world, at 168? So that aspect of it is certainly a problem. You mentioned about Charlo. Charlo was there to get his check. I know one thing about Terence Crawford. He's not going to just come to turn up to get the check. He'll at least try. And Charlo, I don't think, really...
From a technical standpoint, this fight is a masterclass in contrasts. Canelo's style is built on pressure, patience, and devastating body shots. Crawford, by contrast, is fluid, elusive, and constantly adapting. Experts agree, the early rounds will be pivotal. If Crawford can create space and control tempo, he could turn this into a clinic. But if Canelo cuts the ring and digs into the body early, it could be a long night for Crawford. This isn't just a fight, it's a tactical war with every round shaping the narrative.
Well, I think Canelo, he likes to go to the same combinations, you know, quite repetitively, whereas Crawford is unpredictable, and despite him not having the size, it's the shots that you don't see that hurt the most, and maybe Crawford can hit him with some unexpected shit. And because of the repetitiveness of Canelo, maybe he can time him, maybe he can counterpunch with him, because Crawford is unbelievable at that. But I'm fascinated to see if Crawford has the power to get the respect of Canelo Alvarez, because when you don't, it's a long night. It's not nice. Like Crawford did well against Madrimov, and he won that fight for me quite clearly. But Madrimov was countering him. You know, if you can counter the counter puncher, you can give them a lot of problems when they're not used to that. And Canelo can counter people really well. And as great as Terence Crawford is, we've never seen him in there with someone with the power of Canelo Alvarez. This is a different world of power. And look, maybe Canelo doesn't throw as many shots as he used to, and maybe Crawford might look at that and go, you know what, I'm going to try and outpoint this guy, not get into a war with him, but just show my boxing, you know, genius and outpoint him and outland him. That's possible. It is. This is why this is such a fascinating matchup, man. You know, we've been treated to some amazing fights. Usyk Fury, for example, this is another one of those mega fights on Riyadh season. Again, I'm disappointed for Jake Paul, but I am happy for boxing fans, because my God, this is the treat of the year. And look, I'd love to see Canelo in there with a Hamza Shiraz. I love Hamza Shiraz. He's one of my favorite fighters in the world, and I think he's the future.
For Bomac, strategy is the key to victory. He spent countless hours drilling Crawford to identify and exploit Canelo's weaknesses. From foot positioning to feint patterns, nothing is left to chance. Bomac knows that raw power won't be enough. They need to outthink, outmaneuver, and outlast. He respects Canelo's strength, but he believes Crawford's intelligence, adaptability, and composure give them the edge. In his eyes, this isn't a contest of muscles, it's a battle of minds, and Terence Crawford is already playing 3 moves ahead.
I feel fucking great about it, man. Just talking to Bud, and you know, he motivated. He ready to go.
He's been waiting a long time for this fight, you know what I mean? You guys are taking off a long time, you know, just waiting for the Canelo fight. You haven't fought since August last year. Do you think that's going to make him better, sharper?
You know what? It's going to make Bud wiser. Make him wiser. Give his time, his body to heal up, you know, rest up a little bit. Little dinks here, dinks there. You know, take his time getting in shape, get his mind right.
Now,
go in there and do it and make it happen.
A lot of people's talking about the weight. They're talking about that, you know, Bud going up 2 weight classes. He didn't look in spectacular form at 154, but, you know, he's going up in weight to face a bigger guy. What do you say about that?
Let's go, man. Let's go. It ain't about weight all the time.
That wraps up today's breakdown. Whether you're backing Canelo or betting on Crawford, one thing is certain, this fight is more than just another main event. It's a defining moment for 2 greats with everything to gain and even more to prove. Stay tuned, because what happens next could change the course of boxing history.